Hello everybody, my name is Dragagon and this is Gregtech New Horizons. So it's been like 14 months since I last touched Gregtech. I kind of went into my old world and there are a ton of changes that have occurred while I was away. So I figured why not start a season 3. And right now I am on, as you can see, version 2.1.2.4 29 pre, and it was released about a week ago. And it's basically one of the dev precursors to the 2.2 release. Originally, I was just going to wait for version 2.2 to release, but you never know how long that's going to take, and I got impatient, and so here we are. So I am going to create a new world. This one is my old world right there because I was dinking around in it, taking a look at things, looking at the quest book, seeing what changed, etc. But we are going to create a new world here. And oddly enough, when I was playing around with this release, I happened to have found a seed that I actually like. So I'm going to put in this seed here. And what this has is a rainforest biome literally right next to where I start. So it doesn't actually start in a rainforest, but there is a rainforest, I want to say less than 100 blocks to the south of where we start. Sits right along a nice little lake looking area and is absolutely perfect for us getting a head start on crops in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and get this world created, and I will bring you back in as soon as we have fully loaded in. Alright, whoops, and my video settings are all screwed up now. Let's fix that. There we go. Seems my hotkey for pausing and unpausing my video is also the hotkey for minimizing and maximizing the game into full screen mode. But anyway, here we are. We are in, back to game, and there it's loading us in. Let's go ahead and give the map a little bit of time to load up. I am using a specific resource pack. If I go into the options and we go into our resource packs, I've downloaded the UU Tex as opposed to the Stellar Fusion. I'm giving this one a try. I was looking around at the textures. They don't seem to bother me too much, so I might go with that. It's got some interesting textures for some of the other stuff that Stellar doesn't deal with, and this is a resource pack specifically made for Gregtech New Horizons, so I'm going with that. So that's why ores may look funny. Right here you see some cassiterite sand. I'm not sure if that'll... it's not gonna... I need a pickaxe or something in order to get that to register. One of the cool things that I have found out about this pack that I learned from others is that when you have a pickaxe and you break one of these guys, it'll actually mark it on the mini map. And by marking it on the mini map, now I don't have to sit there and think about putting the marks down. If we open up our journey map, it's got this thing right here, show GT ore veins. So that's pretty cool. We can turn it on and off. And then what it'll do is in the center of the ore chunk, you will then see a picture of the ore type. And then above it, you'll have a little title marker for what that ore type is there. So that's pretty cool. I've also heard they've added in several new bees. So I am definitely going to make note of beehives while I run around and get going for this. And then again, as always, we're going to go ahead and get our plants and stuff set up because we are going to get into crops. I don't want to say super quickly, but yeah, it's definitely high on my priority list to get us into all the different crops and stuff. Yeah, so that'll be good. And then the other thing to keep an eye out for while we're running around is any things of aluminum. The aluminum sand type stuff will come in very handy after we have made some progress and stuff. So let's see here. But as you can see right down here, we've got plenty of, oops, wrong one. we've got plenty of rainforest right here. It's actually a really nice big area. So I am looking forward to setting up base there and making use of the increased humidity in the area in order to quickly grow our crops. And as you can see here, we have quite a few sheep. Those will be fun to deal with later. Oh, and there's some aluminum sand right there. So let's go ahead and mark that. Those will be handy for our first bits of aluminum once we get ourselves towards MV, or at least they used to. We'll see if that still is true here. So let's go ahead and grab some of this. I think that was the first thing we needed. Let's see here. Quests. And so it begins. Oh, we need 8 dirt. Okay, well, let's just grab some dirt real quick here before we keep moving along over to this area that I've scouted out for this rainforest. So there we go. There's that. And that gets us nothing. And then there are several quests that we can just accept the information for, but then the next thing is to get 5 wood and 9 gravel. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way over to where I know this water is. Oh, and there's another bee. Yeah, there you can see the water barely as it spreads out over there. Ah, some cows. Those will be good for leather later. Hopefully. Ouch. Ooh, I will definitely take a textile garden. That will get us some cotton early on. And of course, cotton is very much necessary for some of the early, what is it? Some of the early armors and stuff, and there are several things that need string and cotton and then I forget what the other cotton thing is that you make with cotton, but anyway, there's a couple more of these guys. Let's go ahead and grab that. A leafy garden. There we go. And keep making our way down here before it gets too dark, so that maybe we can set up a spot where we can hide and then get started with stuff. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and grab this guy and throw down that. And it said we needed what? 9 gravel. Find some gravel in here somewhere. That looks like it's all sand. There's some clay. Here's some gravel. Okay, let's try not being underwater. Don't want to drown on our first day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to get a little bit more because I know we're going to need the flint for other things. There we go. And then the last thing we need to do is turn in this quest. It needs 2 of that wood, and we'll get ourselves our first torch. So that'll be good. Having a torch will be really key. Next, it wants us to have 3 flint. So let's go ahead and make a little bit more than 3. There we go. There's 4. And then we can go ahead and claim that. Get ourselves 1 more piece of flint, and then we have the fun job of creating ourselves a crafting table. 2 logs, 2 flint, 2 logs, 2 flint, and there we go. There's our crafting table. So what I was thinking of is just somewhere around here, maybe somewhere right here on this edge here, we go ahead and get ready for our first base. I'm keeping it kind of close to the water, but also kind of close to the hills, just so that I can jump up in the trees and use the trees kind of as a hiding spot for when we continue on. Let's see here. So apple tree, a few more coins, and then we get into we don't need We don't need the BQ admin default load because we just started up, but we will make one of these probably when 2.2 drops, just so we get the new quest line. Here we go, main quests and secondary quests. Get ourselves a steak so we have a little bit of food, an apple, and an oak sapling. Let's go ahead and grab this guy here, and we can really quick make an apple sapling. And then even better, we can just plant it right there. And let's go with a walnut sapling for our extra here. And let's go ahead and put that there for now. I may knock down this tree even though there's a pig on it. But there we go. So the next thing is making the shovel, pickaxe, axe, and hoe. And that's where you'll see, like, some of these textures are different. Like in the normal GT, this thing is completely like this really dark purplish black. And so now that is more of a flintish kind of color, like an already chipped flint type color. So let's see here. We've got 3. I need more than 3 if we are going to make anything else. So let's go ahead and grab what we can. There's 1. There we go. There's another 9. So that gives us 1, 2, 3 for that, 3 for the axe. And then we'll need some more still. So let's see here. We need 3 more for... no. We should just need 3 more, period. Because the hoe only needs... the hoe only needs 1 or 2, and then the shovel only needs 1. So that should be more than enough for what we need. And it's starting to get late in the day. And for those who haven't played Gregtech New Horizons, you'll soon know why I am worried about being up in a tree and hiding somewhere. And that's purely because of all the fun danger that lurks in Gregtech New Horizons, especially at the early game. Basically everything at night can kill you. I know most people are like, oh no, nothing at night kills me. I can kill skeletons and I can kill this, that, and the other thing. What you don't understand is this game has infernal mobs. And infernal mobs means that they spawn with special powers. They can like literally force choke you. They can... There's all kinds of stuff that these mobs can do. And so rather than letting them do that, we are going to hide up in a tree and around some stuff so that we can stay safe and won't get like pulled around by mobs and such. So what I usually do is I'll find a spot where I can jump across a gap, and then I'll just hide down inside a tree like so, and then that way they can't pull me out and I'll be safe right here. But you'll see shortly as the sun goes down, basically it is going to get very dark, and basically you won't be able to see at all. Like even with your gamma turned up, this game is designed so that night is night, and it's deadly, and it doesn't matter what phase the moon is in. You're not going to see 5 feet in front of you. And if you watch the mini-map up in the upper right corner, you'll see all kinds of mobs spawning all over the place, and yeah, it's easier just to hide yourself someplace where the mobs won't be able to get to you and wait out the night. So there you go. You can see my torch down here. And then everywhere else you can pretty much find where beehives are at night because of it being extra dark like that. But then otherwise, yeah, it's easier if you just stay in a little hole and hide out until the morning. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to look through a little bit more of the quests. There's not a whole lot that I can see right now. You know, mud armor, a sword. Tips and Tricks just has the exact same stuff here on the And So It Begins tab. So yeah, not a whole lot available to us to work on, and so I will just I'll just go ahead and pause the video, and I'll bring you guys back in when we have gone back to daytime and it's safe to go start the next parts of these quests. Alrighty, we are finally watching the moon set on our first day in GTNH. So fun times. You can look up in that mini map, and that mini map has plenty of mobs still in it. I'm kind of waiting for the sun to come up and burn them away. There, we've reached daytime according to the upper right. You can see down there is a nice nitro creeper I'd rather not have to deal with, but and other creepers like there. I mean, good gravy. I would prefer not to have a whole bunch of creepers I have to deal with. Hey, Zambi. I'll let you die. You're cool. Have fun. But yeah, so now that I've got a little bit of stuff, I am going to see if I can get down here to my crafting table. Oh, our apple tree just grew. That's good. Ouch. Yeah, I don't like that. Give me this. Yeah, you stay all the way over there and do that. Thank you. All right, so there we go. Now that we've got that guy out of the way, now I can make a couple of sets of sticks. And then we are going to make our pickaxe. We can make our wood axe. And then we have like 2 apples that spawned on this tree. That's not great, but all right. And then let's see here. Let's go ahead and get this guy pulled up. Oh, come on, really? There we go. All right, and let's do 2 more of those. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Put those there. We have our hoe and our shovel, and we can be done with that. The next thing is I probably need to go get even more. Oh, there's 3 apples up there. I probably need to get even more, what do you want to call it, even more gravel, so that I can, unless this thing gives me, does this give me a reward? I can get flint, or I can get a loot bag. I usually like to get the loot bags. Loot bags are a fun little mini game. Those of you who have watched previous seasons, you know I like to have a loot bag day every once in a while, just to open up a bunch of loot bags. So we might have one of those eventually. So I'm not going to collect that reward because those loot bags are just going to take up space in my inventory until I can get some stuff going. So let's go ahead, and there's 2 more flint. I'm going to need 2 of those. So there we go. And then I still need enough for 1 more. So I'm going to need 1 more. 1, 2, 3. And then if we go ahead and head on out, you will have seen that the next quest I have to complete is to get my oh, what is that? Sword. So here we go. I can do, let me just double check that though. Back. Yeah. The flint sword, which is just made with 2 flint and a stick. And then we have a chest that I can make, which is for, yeah, all of that kind of stuff. So we'll go with 1, 2. Oh, I still need a stick though. So let's go ahead and do this, this, and that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 flint there, and then 2 flint and a stick, and there is now our sword. So now we've got everything that we need for that initial setup of stuff. We've got a chest, so I can either get a cooked mutton or another chest. I'm going to go ahead and take another chest for that reward, make ourselves a double chest, and then the sword, we just get some coins, so I'll go ahead and grab those, and then that expanded us out a little bit. Now I've got to work on getting a bunch of cobblestone, and then I can get 8 sticks to make to have seeds. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And we'll do this like that. And we're just going to gather up a little bit of stuff for ourselves here. So there we go. Go ahead and get rid of any of these flowering oak saplings that I do not need. And then just get a little bit more stuff taken and cleared out of the way. There we go. That's a little better. Open up some of this area. Basically, I don't want like skeletons and stuff to be able to be kind of nearby. I'll take those, I guess. And that way I don't have to worry about, you know, getting killed by anything once light shows, because, you know, we can actually like hide ourselves. So gardens, we'll put those away for right now. Except maybe this guy. This guy, I might go ahead and put him down and see if we can get him to duplicate, because I could definitely use any of the seeds that come out of those textile gardens. And then, let's see here. We can put our coins away because we aren't going to spend coins for a little while. Apple, quest book, dirt. Yeah, so there's that. From that now, we can go ahead and do that. And then this, and there is our 8 sticks that we can submit to get 5 carrots. Claim those, and then what we can do is we can come over here and I will go ahead and get a small farm going. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for right now, there is our 5 carrots. There we go. And just get a little bit of an area cleaned out here. There we go. All right, so we've got the start of an area for us. Most of those mobs are actually underground. There's a small cave that's just right over on the other side of that birch tree there. So aren't going to be messing with that for a little while. But the next thing we can do then is if we gather a full stack of wood and turn in 10, we can get ourselves a some bone meal, which we can then use to grow our carrots a little bit faster, and then carrots growing a little bit faster will get us a little bit further along. One of the other things that we can do is we can work on killing some pigs and some sheep. I have to kill 5 pigs, and we have to get 6 wool from sheep. So that may be something that we can do. We don't have a whole lot of time left in this day, but that's all right. We can start taking a look at getting some of these killing quests done, and while we're out, we can gather up like some of these plants and stuff. There we go. I got a piece of cooked mutton for that one as well. And then there's a pig over here. So we're just going to start getting some of these killing quests done, just so that we can get ourselves towards our bed. And once we have a bed and we can sleep through the night, that will be key to us being able to do more work more often, instead of having to hide all night waiting for daytime where it's safe to be out with these infernal mobs. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here while we do it, because nighttime is coming. Let's see here. I have 1, 2, 3. All right. There's 4, I think. Yep. All right. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pause this video and get it going. So I'll be back soon. All right, well, the next day passed, and I was coming over here to kill this pig that's hiding right here, and ran into a creeper. He was in like purple. He wasn't a oh crud, what is it? Like an ender creeper. He was a different kind of creeper that just looked kind of wicked and stuff. And when I killed him, he dropped 2 gunpowder and a bucket. So I'm gonna count myself lucky in getting a bucket from a mob. And then I am needing to kill 2 more pigs at this point. Put away a couple more gardens, a little bit of food then. Sure, we'll put away the gunpowder. That bucket will come in handy when we're trying to do stuff with, oh crud, what is it? When we're trying to do stuff with making like grout and stuff to get some of our initial stuff set up. So that'll be good. But in the meantime, 2 more pigs, and then I can start thinking about furthering quests. So I'll be back once again after I've dealt with some pigs. All right, there we go. Just finished off the last pig there. So if I open the quest book, I have this guy done. I can get a cooked pork chop and some stuff, a loot bag and that. And so now I'm just making my way back to base. Of course, I am collecting any of these kind of things that I happen to see. Definitely a squirrel moment type thing. I mean, look at all this. Look at all of these plants that I can then bring back. I don't know if it's still a thing, but back when I was originally playing, you used to have to collect several gardens and turn them in order to get I think it was like an unbreakable axe or something. There was something you got for having turned in like 8 of each of the different gardens. So definitely doing that in case that is a thing later on. At the same time, I'm also going to come through here and clean out some of these trees in order to get the stack of wood necessary in order to get some extra bone meal. And then once I've got that extra bone meal, I can look at completing out the food quest. Again, trying to do this quickly as I need to get to a bed as soon as possible. Again, having a bed being a key factor in making sure that I can run around all the time. Let's see here, what do we have? A gooseberry and an apple. I will definitely take the apple. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to collect this stack of 24 wood. I'm going to make my way back to base, and then I am going to find one of the first ore chunks and work my way down so that I can get enough cobble. I guess I could. On the side of this mountain here, there was a bunch of cobble and clay. If I jump back up here, I want to say it's just right up here. There was a bunch. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to figure out how I want to get my cobble and finish out this set of quest stuff. So I'll be back after I've gotten those things. It may take a whole nother night for me to finish this stuff up. It all depends on how long I take to decide on what I want to do. So I'll be back. All right, back again. Have my 10 bone meal from turning in the 10 oak logs after getting a full stack of them. I did have to wait out another night because I had collected all of the cobble and the wood just in time to get back and hide. And there you can see I also made my nice little stone furnace there. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll get ourselves some carrots. None of you guys have grown other than that one, huh? Oh, that one's a little grown, but all right, let's see what we can get here. Ooh, I like that. There we go. There's our 10 carrots. That's not too bad. It only cost us 6 of the bone meal that we had, and we still have our nice little farm going there. The last thing that we need to make is a soft mallet. It comes from a stick and 6 oak planks, and we can make that soft mallet. So there's our stick. There's our 6 soft planks. Oops. And there we go. There is our soft mallet. So with our soft mallet done, our killing of animals done, our carrots are done. We do have this. We can get a potato. We can bake it to make a baked potato. We can stick it on a stick and make a roasted potato on a stick. It's not necessarily a required quest, but it is nice to know how to make some of the early game foods. But the last thing to make here is this bed. So I've got to make some carpet out of each of these things here, like this. There we go. So there is our carpet. I then need to make some, what is that? I need to make some fences. Oh, which are just, okay, sticks and planks then. That's easy enough. So let's go ahead and come in here. We can do, let's see here, it was that many sticks. And we'll just get several planks here. Right, that's the right one. There it is. All right, and then 1, 2, 3. Oops, and then 3 of those again. So there's our 2, 6 of those, the soft mallet, and then our carpet. And there is our bed. Fantastic. So now we've got a bed. I can now sleep through the night when I need to in order to ensure that I can continue working all day. But the other thing that does for us is that does now make it to where we have the Stone Age tier. So first thing they're going to give to us is a lunch bag and a food journal. And then from there we can begin looking at all the quests that are going to be required. Oh man. Okay, that was fun. I'm thrilled to have had an Ender Creeper run up on me while I was looking through the quest book. I'm glad it was an Ender Creeper and not something worse. So there's our food journal. There's some carrots, and then our little bit of miscellaneous stuff there. So let's see here. This is just a checkbox. Now with bookmarks, it's basically just telling you that you can open up here and you can press the A key, and you'll notice over in the upper left then that we have stuff like the stairs. Pretty simple stuff there. Let's see here. Or dictionary entries, asterisk to find wild cards, etc., etc. So that's not really, those are just a couple of interesting to know things. But now we get into basic processing, making 25 stone, getting 2 stacks of sand, getting 2 stacks of clay in its reduced form, getting 2 stacks of gravel. Basically all of this stuff is getting us ready for making the grout and getting further in. There is some more information on food, so that you can see what foods you've eaten, and that way you know whether or not you can continue to eat more stuff or if you have to switch to something else. And then that's pretty much it for what we've got going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and call this episode done here. In the meantime, I am going to start gathering up all the gravel, sand, and clay that we're going to need. Start cooking some of the cobble down into stone, and then getting ourselves into our first bit of macerating. And we'll just continue from there. Pretty simple stuff. Reward area, coins. One of the things I do want to do is I do want to save up some explorer and some farmer coins so that I can buy a silverwood sapling. Greatwood sapling I don't necessarily need. It looks like there's a greatwood tree right over there. But the other thing that I saw earlier when I was running around was over here. I'm hoping these are what I think they are, and that does appear to be that way. Some rubber trees. We are going to need those rubber trees at some point so that we can get the sticky resin, and the sticky resin will help us with getting ourselves set up with the rubber that we need to start with once we get into LV, I believe. I mean, it's pretty early on that you need this stuff, so it's nice to see that we've got some already. Here is, of course, some crud sugarcane, so I may as well grab that as well. That'll go towards making us some paper. So yeah, I'm going to collect this stuff, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Till then.